What is up, YouTube? So today I want to talk a little bit about should you get the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra? So I've been playing, or well, I bought this phone around maybe a month ago, and the S20 Ultra, Samsung's latest smartphone over here. This is how it looks, and I gotta say, man, this is a really good phone. I think I paid around 1400 euro for it. And I have to say, man, this camera on the back side, it's so good. Not only that, but the front facing camera is amazing also. So the front facing camera, oh, it's so good. Like, this is a good phone. Like, this is a high quality phone. I think you should buy it. So do I have any big complaints? Do I have any big complaints about the Galaxy S20 Ultra? So I would say that, hmm, do I have any big complaints about the Galaxy S20 Ultra? I mean, really good question. I mean, it's a little bit annoying that you can't use headphone jack. It's quite annoying actually because USB Type C sucks. I don't like it, and my regular headphones is I record this video with my Galaxy S10 Plus, and I like the Galaxy S10 Plus mainly because it has a headphone jack 3.5 millimeters. It's a little annoying that the S20 Ultra doesn't have that. I don't want to buy these USB Type-C kind of headphones because they're not that good performance. And it's hard to find like good quality brands that do them for like an affordable price. And it's also this other thing with, oh yeah, you can buy like an adapter, I guess. So you can I think you can have an adapter from USB Type-C to 3.5 millimeters if you like spend like $30 more maybe, but that kind of sucks. I don't want to do that. It would be clunky, the cable would be longer, it would just be more annoying. So that is one of the big complaints that I have, that yeah, it would be nice if it had a real headphone jack. Yeah. It is, the phone feels a little bit, maybe a little bit like the grip, maybe a little bit like that is a little bit slippery. That is one thing that I think they could have done it a little bit better. Yeah, it really is like a slippery phone, and I don't like having cases on. You can also see that I don't think this gray color looks so cool. There is like another color you can pick it up in. I don't remember what color it was, but yeah, the gray color doesn't look that cool. What is nice though with this phone is the cameras. If you haven't seen it yet, go look at the 100. So it has a 100x zoom, and I realized I never used the 100x zoom because it's just like I tried it once, but I never really use it. So it's a little bit gimmicky. But one thing I do use a lot is this rear camera. The kind of photos it takes is just magical. It is just, there is nothing else on the market that even comes close. Like it creates so big, oh sorry, it creates so big photos, and when you share them maybe on social media, it just looks glorious. So the main reason why I bought this phone was because Samsung did amazing improvements to the camera. And the front facing camera also, that it also is amazing. So I'm not sure if you can see it up there at the top. You have another little camera, and that little boy in the middle there, it is just amazing also. The the video quality is just amazing. So I never used the 8K feature, for example. So the rear camera can record in 8K, but it's kind of low FPS, I think maybe 23 or 25. It's not so good, but and you also have this aspect that even 8K video, if you want to play it, even on YouTube, most people can't even barely play 2K videos. So it's like cool to kind of play around with, like see where how good cameras are going to be in smartphones in a few years, but still it's like a little bit gimmicky. But I can appreciate nice machinery, and this phone is just, it just looks magical. Okay, and that camera sensor, that is some magic from Samsung basically. So I think it's worth 1400 euros. And I realized that Samsung kind of leveled things up already last year when I got the S10 Plus and the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and I realized, wow, Samsung is really doing amazing improvements. So I switched from my S8, Galaxy S8, to instantly to the S10 Plus, and it was like already like a 3x better phone. Now with the switch from S10 Plus to the S20 Ultra, maybe it feels like just 25% improvement. Everything is a little bit more polished. The main thing is way better cameras, better vibration. So you have this like haptic feedback or whatever. I love it. Just a better kind of vibration thing. The fingerprint scanner is not good at all, but you can use your face, like Face ID kind of scan, I guess, and that one is pretty amazing. Um, you probably also, if it can feel a little bit like they want to try to make something, it feels like they may want to try to make their phones go a little bit obsolete a little bit too early. I noticed with my S10 Plus, after a year, battery starts to get deteriorate quite fast. So I guess that's just how it's going to be these days. Samsung and these companies, they produce amazing smartphones. So yeah, maybe it's they want to sell more devices, so they want you to upgrade. Okay, fine, maybe it's worth it because these phones are so good these days, and you're getting so much for your money. I would say that even with a built-in battery that can be annoying that you can't replace it for a cheap cost, even then it's like I'm pretty fine. I would wish Samsung looked up do better high quality charging cables because they feel very flimsy and too short, and it feels like they can break quite easily. I would love to see a little bit higher quality there in the upcoming years. But yeah, I think you should get it. Like, um, I really think you should get the S20 Ultra. It's quite clear that Samsung is one of the key guys that are first at innovating. Then you have all these other companies, OnePlus 8, that now comes out with their device that just looks, I would say, it looks like the Galaxy S10 Plus that I got from last year, but now it just has the OnePlus brand. So it seems like Samsung always is the first at creating extremely nice engineering smartphones, and it's a magical device. Okay, it works super fast. The UI is great. Oh, and the screen. So you have this 120 hertz mode that is like super crisp. The only problem is you can't have it's super smooth if you're into that. The only problem is you can't have highest resolution then on, so when you're looking at some stuff, sometimes you don't get as crispy text and so on. I would love to see something kind of work on that, so that also can work in the future. So you can't have the highest resolution if you have like the super smoothness, but I don't really mind it. Like I switch between these two different modes a lot, and yeah, but I love to pick up this device. It feels great in the hand. It has this like super kind of nice kind of weight to it, which I love when a device is a little bit heavy. It feels a little bit like almost like a modern iPhone 3GS, but with just like, instead of having this like rounded design that you got with the 3GS, it's more like I guess rectangular, I guess you would kind of call it. And yeah, it's also kind of cool how they just made it like they made this display much bigger, but so they made the display much bigger. It's like this is the biggest Samsung device, but they just made it like taller, right? So it's not like wider. So that's kind of cool to know, because that basically means it's very, very easy to hold. One thing I would kind of complain on maybe is that the buttons feels a little bit flimsy. It can feel a little bit hard to get a good grip, especially on the power button. But I think that they're quite nicely kind of placed. And overall, I'm super, super happy with this. And I can't wait to see what Samsung will do in 2021 and 2022 in those kind of new smartphones. I think Samsung are ahead of the curve, that they're ahead of Apple even. And yeah, it's a very, very cool device. So yeah, I definitely think you should get the Galaxy S20 Ultra if you can, or at least like get a hold of it, like try it in your hand and see what you think of it. Do I think that the S10 Plus and Note 10 Plus is already useless? I don't think so. I still use those as my main kind of devices, I guess. But maybe next year, I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna do a full switch to the S20 Ultra. So how I do things usually is like I have a main phone for maybe 2 years, and then I start the beta. Then I buy the latest device, but I don't switch instantly to it because I mainly want to play around with it for a year, and then I kind of start using it as my main phone maybe. So yeah, S20 Ultra, amazing smartphone and amazing cameras. I'm so happy. Yeah, have a great day.